What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Empire State of Sports podcast. I'm your host, Karan Kapoor, along with my partner, Topher Peet. And I wish it was under better circumstances. But we are recapping what the Giants did or did not do in Sunday's game to the Commanders. So, very frustrating game. Unfortunately, it's a lot like the last few years. The Giants are a dreadful opening day team. Over the last 10 or 11 years, I think they showed it on the screen during the game on Sunday. I think they're 2-9.
Just under Dable. Like, I don't
Right.
think they even scored a touchdown.
Right. They can,
No,
and then that's just
true.
the team. Yeah.
It's not true. The Tennessee game.
The Dable's first year against Tennessee, we scored some touchdowns. Then we lost to Dallas 40-0 in the rain and the snow at MetLife Stadium in the pouring rain.
Well, that was the week. That was the home opener.
That was the home opener.
I was there. Yeah, it was awful.
And then this year again, a lot of the same stuff. We lose 21-6. Again, listen, no one thought that we were really gonna. I don't know about you. I didn't think we were going to beat the Commanders.
You didn't think we were going to beat them? I did. I'm the delusional dummy.
Honestly, what I was hoping for was just give me a glimpse, right? Show me. I wanted the offensive line to show that they've taken some step up. Obviously, Andrew Thomas didn't play, so that threw a nail into that right away.
Right.
I wanted to see what the defense was going to bring to the table with all the new defensive line revamped and the secondary and the new system. They did what they could, but if your defense is going to be out there on the field for majority of the game, they're going to get exposed at some point or the other. And then just the offense. And Chris, I'll let you take over. It's just the same song and dance with the offense, man. They just cannot get into the end zone. Once they get into that red zone area, they just completely freeze. They don't know what to do. Their game plan, their schemes, their creativity. It just goes down the list, whether it's Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, Russell Wilson. Don't matter who's going to be the quarterback. They just cannot push the ball across the end zone. And again, 2 field goals, and we're on our way to Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, my only rebuttal about that is that little bit of time when Tommy DeVito had that 3-game win streak. See, what everybody fails to remember is that Andrew Thomas got hurt in that rainstorm. And they raggle me, and I can say what I want on this one because they're not sitting here. But Andrew Thomas tried. It was a block kick, right? Wasn't it a block field goal? And he tried to run it down the sideline and pulled his hammy, and he was out for 8 weeks. And then mysteriously we start winning, and then them morons tell me, "Oh, they're better with Tyrod Taylor. They're better with Tommy DeVito." And it's like, well, I would hope Abel and Shane and all the other coaches there and everybody in the NFL would say, like, okay, well, if they're better than Daniel Jones, then put them in. Like, they paid Daniel Jones. They're playing him. I mean, just look what they paid Russell Wilson. Look what everybody paid Russell Wilson the last 2 years. And look what Daniel Jones got paid. Like, he's obviously worth more than him. Like,
my biggest fear is
one more though. Even before we even wanted Russell Wilson, they tried to get Aaron Rodgers, who's 42 years old. They valued him higher. Even Pittsburgh valued him higher.
Stafford too.
We wanted Stafford first. So we had other plans. They didn't go through. It didn't work out. Like LPG told us, I would have just rolled with DeVito or Locke.
Yeah.
And I get the Daniel Jones because you save all the money. So whatever. But he did look good. But he wouldn't have looked like that behind our line, on Sunday.
That just makes things look so much worse, right? You said Daniel Jones. Now, he did something that hasn't been done like in 100 years, right?
Ever.
Like he went up and down the field and scored on every single possession that he had.
Yep.
So
and he scored. Like, he either ran it in or he threw it.
This Colts scored 33 points. Jones looked great. They look like they made the right decisions choosing him over Tony Richardson. And, they look like, again, it's week 1. Again, we're not going to over-exaggerate and make him to be, the next becoming and the next MVP of the league. But he is capable of having those games. Unfortunately, we just did not see that here in New York more often than not. And I feel like it is such a grind for the Giants to get a touchdown. Like, it's infuriating. It's unwatchable.
It is.
You see teams up and down the league, especially week 1, Buffalo and Baltimore, they scored 80 points. The Steelers and the Jets.
Even the game last night with the Bears in Minnesota, like look at McCarthy running that one in, and everybody's looking. I mean, it's fun.
Two wet behind the ear quarterbacks in McCarthy and Williams, and they had no trouble. I mean, they scored 27 and 24 respectively, or whatever the final score was. Dallas and Philly 20 in the 20s. You got teams that score 20 at will, and it feels like the Giants, like 20 is that threshold where it's like we just can't cross that 20-point barrier.
That's the beauty. Well, in the preseason, we scored more points than anybody.
I mean,
so like
okay.
that's the beauty of Andrew Thomas. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head. I used to look this kind of stuff up, but I can't even get a word in with them guys. It's not even worth trying to tell them. It's always 3 against 1. It doesn't matter. Truth of the matter is, when he's in the game, it's like they scored 10 or 11 more points a game. I mean, it's as simple as that. Now, it's still only 17, 18 points, maybe 20. But then, like the defense, you brought the defense up. The defense didn't play bad, great.
No.
I think like Burns actually played pretty well. Almost called him Parsons, but Carter actually showed out a little bit. He got
turnovers,
that block punt.
though.
He got that block punt. He got his hand on that ball. He got a half a sack. He got a couple pressures, and they had him dropping back a lot. And he actually made an impact on the game. I feel like all of them did, except for Dexter Lawrence, and that's supposed to be our best guy on the defensive line. I don't think he's 100%. I listen to Bobby and them. I don't think he's 100%. Like, they talk about that a lot.
Who, Dexter?
Yeah, he's just not. They brought him back slow. I listened to them. Like, them guys were at camp every day, and they reported from camp. Like, he didn't get a lot of action. And then Andrew Thomas. So, I mean, I'm still hopeful for this week. Like Greg said just a few minutes ago, he said that game was close, but it shouldn't have been that close because the Eagles lost Carter early. They're definitely a different team with Carter in there. They lost Dickerson. They're definitely a different team with Dickerson in there. And Hurts didn't play bad. And Dak did look good. I mean, it was a decent game, but
I think that lightning break kind of ruined it for both teams. Just week 1, you take an hour and a half off.
Definitely. You're already like just trying to get back into the flow of football.
So, I mean, I get it. Week 1, you throw it out the window. With the Giants, you bring up Thomas, and I get it. He's probably our most crucial.
He's our franchise left tackle. He's right. Absolutely our.
Problem is that he's never he plays 50% of the time.
He hasn't been healthy the last 2 years.
He hasn't been healthy. So
last 2 years.
Availability, best availability.
And that was our problem with Saquon, and that's why we didn't want to pay him.
So
and I get it. You're saying it now about a top 5 left tackle in the NFL, maybe 3.
Right. If he's not healthy, that's a problem. I understand he's an all-world player, but if he's not healthy, he's useless to us in that moment. And the guy that replaced him, I'm sorry.
Horrible. I mean, it was horrible last year when he replaced him. It's a joke.
So it's just a never-ending revolving door with the offensive
Russell Wilson looked very scared.
Yeah. And that's my fear with Dart.
I don't think so. I think Dart's different. See, and DJ wasn't scared either his first year when he had Shermer. Other than the interceptions and the fumbles, I mean, Peyton Manning had a ton of turnovers. He had a lot of turnovers his rookie year, but he actually had a pretty decent rookie year. He almost blew out all Baker's records his rookie year, and he played less games.
Don't get me wrong. I'm anxious to see Dart play. I'm not saying that I don't.
Week 3 if we lose.
I don't want him to be thrown into the wolves with the situation that we have. Week 3 is a home opener on Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football against the Chiefs.
I'll be there with my daughter, and if
I don't know if that's the best situation to put him in. Right? The Chiefs are playing the Eagles this week. The Chiefs are 0-1. I mean, there's no guarantee that the Chiefs can win this Sunday. They look a little old. They look a little bit like they had some tread on those tires.
History says they don't lose 2 games in a row, and I just told Greg I don't think they're going to lose not only 2 games in a row. That would be 2 to Philly. Andy Reid ain't letting that happen.
Listen, it's not impossible,
to
take
care of business. We could all be 1-1, and Dallas could be 0-2.
Again, we're not going to jump the gun, but
I ain't going to get all panicky after 1 week. Like, we lost our left tackle, man, and I know it's been a problem, but our line is very. It depends on everybody being there.
Right.
We never had depth. We might even have a little more depth, but he's a huge piece, man.
When we talked to Bobby, if you remember, when we talked to Bobby, the one thing that he said when we kind of broke down week 1 in the schedule was Washington could be had because they don't have a defense. That's the one thing that he kept saying over and over again. Is like, I don't know about Washington's defense. I don't know how good they are.
They looked a lot better than everybody thought, though. They did.
We scored 6 points, which is the.
They looked a lot better, though, even offensively. Like, they even left points on the board. Like, they could have scored 35 on us.
Yeah,
like Debo. We were all banking on Debo being out of shape. It's kind of funny how they only show like 1 clip of him all year. I made a comment, was that AI? Because he looked awful. We all joked about it last week, but he looked good. And Paul made a good point. He was like, that whole time McLaurin wasn't there, they were gaining chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry is a big deal, and that's another issue with the Giants. There's a lot of new, but there's also the same coaches, but there's a lot of new players. It's only week 1, man.
The Giants to me, and I like the guy. I don't want to see him get fired. I like Dable a lot. It just seems like it's very like
that first year, dude. Look what he took. He took like whether you like him or not, he took Daniel Jones in a very under-skilled roster to the first round.
It seems like he's not a fan of Russell Wilson. It seems like it.
It's almost like he's setting him up.
Right. So we signed him in the offseason this year. This is not somebody that Dable inherited. They brought him in for some reason. They brought in Jameis
Everybody
Winston.
else
now, I don't know what they're going to do with him too. Now he's the third string. He's dressing. I don't know. Now we have Dart, who I know he's probably itching at the fingers to pull the trigger and get Dart in the game. I'm sure he is. But now it seems like who's calling the plays? Is it Kafka? Is it Dable?
It's Kafka, apparently.
So last year it was Dable. This year it's Kafka. Now everyone's rolling heads. Kafka is not creative. He doesn't know what to do in the red zone. Is it Dable making play calls? We don't know. And these guys don't say anything. Dable doesn't give a good press conference.
No, and they lied last year. Like last year, I remember that was like a thing. Like they would never. He never gives a straight answer.
Dable never gives anything in a press conference. He didn't get along with Wink. Wink is gone now. Now you see, so it's just a lot.
And I loved Wink.
I liked him too. I liked him too. And what happened with that, we'll never find out because Wink left and went to become, where did he go, to Michigan or something? I forgot. Yeah.
No, he said, I remember, LPG and him, I don't know if it was him. I don't want to quote something that ain't true, but somebody that I follow in that circle said that he couldn't stand how he said Dable just screams on the mic constantly. He couldn't deal with it. He said there was he said it was just.
Hey, listen, I understand. I know he had a great. He had a great year one. He had a great year one.
Great year,
but the honeymoon's over.
It is definitely.
The honeymoon's over. It's year 4. So if he don't shape up to be, if he doesn't get wins and he doesn't shape up to show some improvement, and this offense is still scoring 6 and 9 and 11 and 15 points a game, and you got Daniel Jones leading the Colts in that division, and you have Saquon Barkley running up and down Lincoln Financial as the number 1 player in football, coming off a Super Bowl title and an offensive player of the year.
Playoffs, we'll never hear the end.
Dable's going to have to go.
I mean, it's a win for me.
He's going to have to go.
But our franchise will never hear the end of.
Year 4 is not. This is not.
So what's he do, Karan? If he starts feeling desperate, what's he going to do?
Well, I think the obvious answer
is going to throw Dart in.
Throw Dart in. I would like for them to wait till week 5.
If they lose this week, I'll do it because there's no
LPG
sense.
said week 5 too. I would like for them to do it in New Orleans week 5. That's what I would like. I don't think New Orleans is that great of a team. I mean, I know they again, they're not supposed to be that good. They got a brand new head coach, young quarterback. I think they're kind of putting their eggs in the basket for next year. I think that's a good landing spot. It's on the road. Again, I would do it week 5, but you got the Cowboys.
What good's it doing? What good's it doing? Him just sitting there and us watching Russell Wilson look like crap.
Well, you got the Cowboys, Chiefs, and Chargers coming up.
What good is
with
it
this
doing
offensive line?
Russell Wilson playing like crap. What's it? I don't know. I'm tired of losing. I'd rather.
I am too. But do you think he's gonna? Do you think he's gonna do anything with this offensive line? I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust. I don't have any faith in the offensive line protecting him. I don't. I know he can run around and move a little bit, but
he can and I like it, and I like his swag, and I just feel like they'll open things up a little bit. I feel like the way they want to play, I feel like I want to fight that because I feel like Daniel Jones should have been able to do the things that he wants to do, and he didn't do it. They did. They ran Daniel Jones a lot. They got him hurt. It's almost like they tried to do it on purpose.
You don't think the same thing could happen to Dart? Like Jones ran for his life too, whether through his fault or his not.
Like he's going to protect Dart. I feel like he's like, and I think he loves Dart. I think he sees Dart like a Josh Allen type. I feel like he feels like he can bring that type of offense to the Giants, and I don't think he trusted Daniel Jones with that type of offense.
All right. Well, what else do we have to lean on? This is it. This is what we have to lean. That's the only way he keeps his job.
Quarterback's not going to make it better, but I'm telling you, that's what a coach would do if he feels like he's going to lose his job. He's going to put him in. That's
the only way he keeps his job.
Start screaming for him. If we start 0-2 in the division, you don't want a change.
I wouldn't mind seeing Winston in against the Chiefs. I don't know about you. I wouldn't mind seeing Winston start against the Chiefs.
If you were going to do that, then we might as well not even sign Russell Wilson. We should just start.
I didn't agree with that signing to begin with. I was fine with having Jameis be there.
When we got Winston, were you convinced that he was going to start? When we signed him first, were you like, oh, all right, that's going to be our bridge quarterback, and then we're going to draft one?
That's what I thought. I thought it was Winston and a draft, somebody they were going to draft. I didn't understand the Russell signing at the time, and I still don't.
I didn't think we were done. There was always the rumor of Rodgers, and then it was very early the rumor of
Stafford
very early.
Well, that's because Shane is trying to save his rear, and that's because Dable's trying to save his rear.
You know how much money you would have saved if you would have just kept Tommy DeVito and signed Jameis Winston, though?
$10 million. We gave Russell Wilson $10 million.
So why? So what?
$10.5 million.
It sucks, dude. Like, 10. I mean, what you just bet? They really just gonna bet? I don't know. I really, in my heart, feel
that's what I'm saying. They just don't seem. I don't know what the vision is. We just don't see what's the game plan. Like what the game plan is for any of these teams.
Good quarterbacks. He sits there and says that in a press conference. Well, we got 3 good quarterbacks.
Any good team that's got a young quarterback, I think you have an idea of what, like the Titans. You know what, Cam Ward? Here's the ball. Week 1, it's yours. It's yours to lose.
But why don't you do that with Dart? Why not? They took him. Why? Why not? Didn't take him early enough?
Because I still believe that a quarterback should sit and watch real NFL action for a few weeks before he gets out. Now, I understand a team like the Titans had the worst record last year, so they're obviously desperate to try to.
Daniels stepped right in and played last year.
And
to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways. There's the quarterbacks that
Did anybody think that would happen last year?
No. But
if I would sit there and say
Daniels was a 2nd overall pick.
Yeah, I know. And that's where I was getting at. Is that why Dart was never thought of to come in and start week 1? Didn't Bo Nix start week 1? When was he drafted?
He was also taken pretty high by Sean Payton. So, I mean, for what that's worth, I don't know if he started right away. I don't remember if they had a quarterback
either, but I think he did, and I remember Randy saying he was going to be good, and he was right. I always like the guy sitting behind a guy. I always like Jordan Love did.
I do like that. In a perfect world, I think that's the best way to go. But again, I understand teams are desperate. There's no more waiting. You know, you just you need results. It's a results-driven league. So if you don't get results, that's why I'm like, this is year 4 for Shane and Dable. Like, they need to figure out, are we in or out? And what are we working on? We're still working on the offensive line. We're still working on offensive pieces. I don't have much of a running game.
I think it determines on if Andrew Thomas is healthy. I think if he's healthy and we look pretty decent next week and it's close and we lose, I think they still throw him in. That's going to be my bold take. That's going to be my bold take. Because they benched Eli after 2 weeks for Daniel Jones.
Dallas coming up. So, speaking of which, in Dallas, week 2, they're 0-1. We're 0-1. You know, they at least put up some points. They have a solid offensive line, a decent running game. Dak and CD.
Let's be real. Dak didn't look bad, and Dak actually put it on CD's hands. Like, CD needs to win that game. Like, he
Dallas could have won.
He could easily win that game. But like Greg said, I do. Like, he called it. Like, they are a different team without Carter. Definitely a different team. But there's a lot of good pieces there, man. But basically what he's trying to say is he still believes they cover and they win that game very easily, healthy, and with Carter playing.
Dallas is the point favorite.
In that aspect, you give us Andrew Thomas next week. You give us a healthier Dexter Lawrence. You give us a fired up Malik Neighbors who just said, I'm putting the team on my back. I don't know. Why not? Yeah. Why not? Let's go out there and get a dub. Be 1-1.
It's a make or break week. It's a make or break week. Dallas is a 5.5 point favorite, it looks like. You know.
What was Washington?
I don't know what you want to make of that.
What was
Washington was 6.5.
6.5.
So Dallas is a little bit less. But again, they have their own problems. But, you know, one of those teams is going to go 0-2. I don't want to be 0-2 coming back home to Kansas City. So
that'd be terrible. It's just like a remake of. It's just like a carbon copy. It's just like it doesn't end. It's like the same thing every year.
Yeah,
it sucks.
I do think that the trigger will be pulled sooner rather than later if we're 0-2 and we're staring at 0-3 with Kansas City looming.
You are right. That would be crazy, but at the same time, what a story it would be. Put him in there on Sunday Night Football and let him go out there and get us our first W of the season.
You know, fans will be clamoring for it if Wilson's playing and we're running up and down and kicking field goals again.
What, against Dallas or even against Kansas City?
No, even if we're home and Wilson's playing against the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Like we
move the ball, we get to the red zone and we stall again, you know, 1st and goal at the 1 and we can't punch it in and we're kicking field goals again, you're going to hear it.
I could see us beat Dallas barely and then Wilson stay in, us still play like crap week 3 and like exactly what you just said. I could even being 1-2 and kicking field goal. Like, beating Dallas would not be enough to save his job.
Depends on how.
If
Is
he
it the
goes out
defense? Is it him?
That's a different. Like Bobby said, we never beat Dak. Like,
if our defense can get some turns. See, again, and that's one thing I was looking for Sunday. Can we get some turnovers, switch the field position, get the ball sometimes maybe in Washington's area and have an easier time to score, like something to change the momentum of the game. And the defense did what they could, but if they're on the field for 75% of the plays, then it's not going to matter who we have.
It's pretty much a carbon copy of everything. We do need Dexter to get loose and get going, and we got to see if McFadden's all right. He's getting that MRI or whatever.
Because he's going to be out for a little while too.
I mean, did you even hear the results? What did they say? I didn't. I know they got. I think
no, it's just that he's expected to miss an extended period of time.
Scatterby was fun. Picked up that one blitz. That was nice. And then his first time he touched the ball, he ran somebody over.
It's the little things. Little things you got to get excited for. So let's regroup. Let's see what happens on Sunday. And we'll break it down for you guys after the game on Sunday.
That's good, bro.
All right? Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for joining.
Go G-Man.